Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my shed with another cider to try. And it's a French cider. It's a French cider and it's one I got from the supermarket. And it's called, you've probably seen it around, it's called Galipette. There it is, which I believe is French for somersault. Fact. Anything on the back? Galipette Cider Brut. In English, it is a dry cider with a rich and full-bodied flavour, crafted from the finest French cider apples to create our pure juice. We blend our cider following the tried and tested traditions of the northwest of France that date back centuries. This process unlocks intense flavours of ripe apples and earthy fruit tannins, naturally gluten-free and vegan-friendly. So Keeved cider, this one's made in Breton. Galipette are based in Breton. Their organic apples come from, they do an organic version of this, come from Normandy, I believe. I wrote down the varietals because I'd never heard of them. There was only 3 listed, so maybe they only used 3. Camerian, Marie Melnot and Cider are the 3. I think the first 2 are bittersweets and the last one is a sharp. So, 4.5%. So I'm guessing there's going to be some residual sugar in this. Natural sugars. On the website, when it talks about the process, it says the clarifying process, or the clarification. I assume they're referring to keeving when they refer to that. I assume. So it should be naturally sweet. Yeah, so therefore lower in alcohol. Let's check it out. Is there an AOC on here anywhere? Is there an AOC? Anything on here? No. So there's no AOC. It's not protected in anywhere. So, yeah. I assume if it's not on there, it's for a reason. They're not doing something that they're supposed to do, otherwise they definitely have it on there. But let's try it, shall we? Yes, please, Chris. Okay, then. Could do something not so fancy from time to time. Stuff that people can just grab hold of, you know, when they're there. This is from Sainsbury's, but I'm sure you get it all over the place. Let's pour it out. Let's pour it out. Okay, so colour-wise, actually not bad. Not bad. More heading towards gold rather than amber, but I'd say that is still bordering on amber. That's the wrong way around, Chris, you fool. There you go. That's bordering on amber, isn't it? In fact, that's pretty good amber. Bright, but it's been keeved. It should be bright. I'm going to guess forced carbonated. I'm going to guess this isn't pet nat, or carbonated in a bottle. I'm going to guess they're forced carbonate. They must forced carbonate. So yeah, I can smell it though. I can smell apples for sure. Yep. Nice and appley, quite fresh, not as earthy as some of the things we've had recently. Hint of funk in there, actually just a hint, sort of SO2, but just the merest hint, and actually I quite like it. A hint of funkiness about it, ripe apple, but fresh apple. It smells like it's going to have a bit of sweetness to it. There's a slight sort of honeyed character to it. Yeah, alright, nose isn't bad. Nose isn't bad. Okay, a little bit of tannin, not much, just a little bit. It's forced carbonated, blatantly, obviously, and too much as well. It's too fizzy. I like to lose a bit of its fizziness. So it does say brut on here. It ain't brut. It ain't dry. There's sugar in there. This is the problem. People put dry on things and they're just not dry. It's not even close to dry. It's miles away from dry. It's got a bit of acidity. Not a bad acidity actually. It doesn't feel too malic. It feels like a gentle round acidity, I would say. There's definitely a baked apple, salted apple, sugary apple character in there, which is pleasant. No leatheriness on the back, no hard tannins on the back. I mean, out in the park on a hot day, yeah, alright, why not? But considering it's using cider apples, it's not getting a lot of cider apple characteristic, in my opinion. And it's naturally sweet. And it's not cloying, but the sweetness is bordering on I mean, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Say it's Keeved and the natural apple sugar isn't in there, no sugar added. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's just have a quick look at the ingredients before I do that. Pure juice, not from concentrate. That's it. Okay. Is it wild yeast as well? Is it wild yeast as well? Maybe it is. I don't know. They don't put any of that information on their website. They put anything on the bottle. I think most people aren't interested, and most people aren't. But I am. It's pleasant. It's nice and appley and juicy, and it doesn't taste like it's cloying, you know. And it is made from 100% juice, which is a good thing. So yeah, it's okay. So the reason why I did this is because I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about a little online tasting / conversation I'm planning with a friend of mine called Ned Palmer. A friend of mine for 20 years now, probably. We first worked together in cheese. Then I started doing cheese events and tastings, and he helped me with that. Then I went to America, and he set up his own cheese tasting company called the Cheese Tasting Company. When I came back, I helped him out from time to time with his events. And while he was doing all this, he wrote a book as well. It's called A Cheesemonger's History of the British Isle. Ned wrote that. Anyway, we've been talking about doing a little tasting together online for a while now. We're going to do it in 2-3 weeks. I'll tell you more about it when we do it. We've never done anything like this before. We're actually going to do it for free to start with. But we won't be posting any cheese out. We won't be posting any cider out. So I was trying to look for 3 ciders. We're going to have 3 ciders and 3 cheeses. And we're not talking more about styles than the specific things that we're going to taste. Obviously, we'll talk about specifics, but we're going to talk broadly about, say, 3 styles of cider, 3 styles of cheese. So I was looking for things that people could have that weren't too expensive, or you didn't have to go to a fancy shop to get it, you know. But we'll put the things, we're going to be trying some nice stuff, and we'll tell you what those things are. If you can get them, brilliant. But we'll also post alternatives. And for me, I wanted to have something Keeved, something French, so I was trying this out for that purpose. And it will serve the purpose. But there are others you could try for sure. But yeah, so we're going to put up 3 cheeses, 2 ciders and a perry. And anyway, there'll be more information coming very soon. So it'll be a live event, me and Ned talking about cheese and cider, and you're all welcome to join us. If you don't have to taste long, just get something nice in one hand, sip it and listen to us babble on, or you can get some stuff to try as well, if you want. Anyway, that's the plan. Alright guys, that was the Galipette. Thank you for joining me. I hope you join me again. But until then, cheers.